Hey folks, welcome back to Play. Not going to restart. That intro was perfect. So let's keep going with. I am the mysterious. Um, yeah, we're. I don't know what these guys are. Oh, our allies are in danger. Do we have an alliance with any of these guys? I don't understand. I'm not in a state of alliance with. Yeah, we're hostile with the Asakura. There have been points where we were allied with the Asakura, but they are over now. Oh, I know what we need to be doing. We need to be going back to the Imperial Courts again. Cannot increase trust in the Imperial Court because the emissary officer is absent. Jaxor's the Benevolent should be able to get something going with the Imperial Court.
Consider it taken care of.
We obviously want to support the Emperor. They have a marriage alliance with the Oda, which the Oda are not backing them up at all. And we have an alliance with the Hojo and normal level of trust. Satomi trusts us as a vassal. The Ishiki do not get on well with us. Well, they might want to learn how to figure that shit out. They have supreme prestige. Their prestige is higher than ours, but not by that much. Not compared to, well. The Oda's prestige is pathetic compared to us. The Azai's prestige is pathetic. The Asakura's prestige is pretty high. Because the Asakura are the shogunate, they have incredible prestige, but they're a puppet of the Oda. It's kind of weird how prestige actually works. Yeah, but we are overwhelmingly taking over this land right now. Can I please... Here. Yeah, it's quite a bit of work to be done to get Tsuchikisaki built up. I really made a point of not wanting to attack it first and going through great hoops to take Lida Castle first, but then kind of didn't matter, did it? Alright. Well...
Consider it taken care of.
We'll keep an eye on the situation over there. Can I get a foundry over here? I can. So I might as well get a foundry built. There's no sense at all in having this arrow tower. We'll go ahead and build a foundry because it doesn't matter who does it. How many days is it going to take? Let's get a chief to do it.
At once.
All right. Ooh, man, they're fighting him tooth and nail.
The enemy is nothing before my
Can't stand the sight of you, Ieyasu Tokugawa's unit. Be gone.
The battle is beginning. Be ready.
Yeah, they're, probably should have sent more than that, but, it seemed like it might be enough even without any additional help. Alright. Time to send Big Boss here. You are already an infantry leader. Good for you.
I'm deeply grateful.
I'm truly grateful.
Yeah, it didn't take us long to get these guys.
I'm deeply grateful.
I guess I got the bodyguard thing cranked up now, so they didn't have to be hanging out long before they became
I've never known such joy.
infantry leaders.
I'm deeply grateful.
I couldn't dream of a happiness greater than this.
I will handle this for you. I will handle this for you.
Oh, I can still get even more guys if I just wait a little bit longer. I don't want to lose this battle victory thing. I want to get him down there to win a fight. But in the meantime, I got a bunch of new guys that are infantry leader only, but they can still be... Oh, Lord's Dominion 2 over here. You are a samurai leader. I need infantry leaders here because that's... because they're only at that level where this will work.
I couldn't dream of
But
a
yeah,
happiness greater
like...
than this.
what this is meaning is that we're going to have some really really high-end dudes up here commanding troops in the front line. Will any of these guys actually improve this castle? Well, Anna Takatatsu would, but she's crazy statted. None of these just more normal guys are going to make a difference there. Alright, so we got a few guys in reserve for... if we can ever... oh, I don't know if we're going to win this. Years of war have battered our soldiers. Addition of rice dealers complete. Whoa, what did he... what should we negotiate? Oh. Sorry. We just got trust with the Shogun, and I was trying to hit triangle button for something else. I was like, whoa, what happened? Increased prestige... these aren't doing anything for us anymore. I think we had figured that out, didn't we? Our post is upper 5th class. I guess our posts can only come from... alright, let's hold on to it for now.
How would you have us proceed? We make to storm the castle.
Oh, we got a landmark that we can rebuild. It increases attack trait for all castles. Manganji. No, wait, we don't want to really roll next to it. Us religious donations are surely... yeah, whatever.
Understood.
Let's get some hearsay details considering Ryozoji clan are available. Kirk. Hakata, a large trade port in Kita, Kyushu. Kyushu official Sora no Tomo and hero of Shugoku Motonari Mori fought fiercely over this place. Amidst the conflict, one Takanobu Ryuzoji made a name for himself in Hizen by defeating the clan leader of the Shoni clan and expanding his own. His own what? Otomo clan. Sora no Tomo's castle. Heh, Motonari, that decrepit old fox, so he's finally given up on Hakata.
It seems that Lord Yoshioki's plan worked. Motonari may have no choice but to stay in Chugoku now.
Is that so? Then we can concentrate our efforts into dealing with that thug Takanobu.
Indeed, shall we set about preparing for battle?
Ryozoji clan. Takanobu Ryozoji's castle. The Otomo have finally begun assembling their soldiers. It looks as though we shall bear the brunt of their attacks here in Hizen.
Tusk! I talk the same as another guy.
I already had that voice in mind for this guy. He's the bear of Hizen, and his portrait in other games is even more Zhang Fei than this one.
So they really mean to come. Is this not an overreaction? I doubt even an apology will help much now. They're overreacting like they were Patty from Atelier Rizza. That's a joke for all my Rizza fans out there.
Expanding our domain will surely see us invading Chikuzen and Chikugo anyway. We have no choice but to settle this.
Ah, you're right, and we best brace ourselves.
Even if you're ready, Lord Takanobu, many in our house are afraid of the Otomo. They will need to be persuaded if we are to do battle.
I'll leave that lark to you, Naoshige. I'll just shut my mouth and nod my head.
Takanobu Ryozoji and his senior vassal Naoshige Nagashima were brothers-in-law. Following the death of Takanobu's father Chikei, his mother Keigini deemed that Ryozoji would need the Nabishima's strength and became second wife to Naoshige's father, Kiyofusa. As Keigini had hoped, Naoshige's prowess in political and military matters flourished, and he made indispensable contributions to the Ryozoji clan. The Battle of Imeyama, the greatest crisis that would face Takanobu and Naoshige, Legion vassal, would soon begin. As a separate event that we are probably triggering right now. Yep. I don't know why they break some of these up, but Naoshige's resolve. Imeyama Hizen, Otomo Army Camp. Enemy spotted! A night attack! The enemy is in disarray. Take their commander's head! This story begins several hours earlier. You may be wondering how I got myself in this zany situation. Takanobu Ryozoji's castle. Though Takanobu Ryozoji, clan leader of the Ryozoji, was ready to do battle with the Otomo, he did not agree with the night attack Naoshige had proposed.
I have a stratagem.
Lord Takanobu, the enemy appears to be celebrating early with drinks. Tonight is the ideal opportunity for a night attack.
A night attack? Do you not think that a little hasty?
We can't let this chance escape us.
It is because it is hasty that it will work!
Give me a moment to think about it.
That's... Several minutes later...
There's no better time to display our might.
Naoshige, I now understand. March on the enemy at once and launch a night attack.
I'm deeply grateful.
You would grant my request, and I will begin
You'll
preparations.
see it done.
Yeah, he should have already prepared while he was deciding, and then, you know, if the preparations were for naught, then whatever. Should this night attack fail, I will not return to this castle. And here is proof of my conviction. Naoshige unsheathed his sword and sliced the tatami mat twice. His gesture was a form of Ryozoji clan marching etiquette. With that, I take my leave.
You just messed up my mat.
Mine agree.
Your spirit is downright frightful, Naoshige. I've never seen that look on your face before.
There is no excuse.
I will take it to my grave that the reason I came around to his idea is because of my mother's scolding.
Aww. And so Naoshige's do-or-die night attack saw the Otomo army fall into chaos. Following their win at Imeyama, the Ryozoji clan reorganized, closing the gap between themselves and the Otomo army. It is said that this recovery played a part in their later expansion. It goes without saying that as the catalyst for the Ryozoji's development, the calm yet passionate schemer known as Naoshige Nabashima was a key figure in all of this. It goes without saying, but you said it anyway, game. Come on. Okay, truce of 60 months. Meanwhile, just huge troop counts. And not necessarily great victories. You can request civil servants. No, you're not getting out of Takatatsu. Forget it.
I'm confident I can handle it.
You want to absorb the Satomi clan? I say we do it.
I shall crush the enemy in the palm of my hand.
Tarakatsu Honda's unit was defeated. Alright. That should even things up a bit, because part of the problem is they were fighting 2 units, yeah.
Success!
You guys aren't coming to help them, are you? No, you're going after Ichijodanji Castle. We've persuaded him to join our cause, or clan. I suggest you grant him an audience.
Have my lord.
The fact that you recruited me shows that you have a good eye for talent. So Oichi-san will live up to your expectations. Oh, what is this?
The first year of
It's the first year of Tensho. Bell of Anagawa?
The daimyo of Northern Omi,
Yep.
Nagamasa Asai, had finally run out of luck.
I guess he gets a special event for his
Old
death.
banners flew as far as the eye
It is,
could
after all, the
see.
coolest scene in Samurai Warriors 2.
Despite futile resistance, the territory of the Asai clan was slowly being taken. Only Odani Castle remained. Having accepted his fate, Nagamasa returned to his wife and children in the castle. In contrast to the children's stricken faces, his wife Oichi remained calm.
Knowing she had a long and happy life.
Prepared a dagger with which to accompany her
Awaiting
husband
her.
to his fate.
She does get out of this one. Spoiler.
Grace in death, as expected of the sister of Nobunaga. But looking at his beloved family, Nagamasa couldn't help rethinking their options.
Why,
Should
he thought to
Oichi
himself,
die
one of them might turn into a
as she
fox demon at
wished
the end of Neo
in order to
2.
protect her honor? Or should she be made to
No,
live on
Neo.
in shame in order
Yeah.
to continue the Asai bloodline?
One of his daughters, he thought, could be the final boss of the last
He
Neo
simply
DLC.
wanted his wife to live. Gunshots thundered and the castle shook. There was no time to hesitate. Nagamasa had made his decision. He quickly led his family to the castle gates, where he gave orders to his guards. Exit the castle and take them to order.
Don't let them get
It
murdered.
was a cruel announcement, going directly against Oichi's wishes.
He could have just saved the girls, but I
Nagamasa
suppose
looked into his wife's
raising them
narrow
with no
face
mother would have been rough too.
as a single tear rolled down her cheek. Hiding the anger at being denied her wish and the shame of her powerlessness, Oichi gave her husband courage for his solitary journey, even without the need for words.
She could have said
There
something.
are no words for the parting of two who had loved each other so well. The gate was closed fast, and Nagamasa and Oichi...
Well, instead of just turning around, she had to turn into a black shade for a second.
Soon after, Nagamasa took his own life in the inner citadel. It is said he wrote letters of commendation for his retainers in his final moments. The last
nice.
act of a young warrior worthy of the title Righteous General. So ended the history of the third head of the Asai clan.
Well, there's more. I was going to talk for a second, but yeah, so Nagamasa and Oichi have one of the sadder stories of that period, but it's interesting for those of you who are samurai geeks but without a huge amount of knowledge. The television show Shogun. I've never seen the Richard Chamberlain one all the way through. I've read the book. and I've watched the more recent Hulu one. It's a freaking great show. So the heir's mother, who is like one of the main villains of Shogun, is actually Nagamasa and Oichi's daughter. So you saw the two little girls there that Oichi carried out with her. One of those two grows up to be the main villain of Shogun. Unless you count Lord Ishido, who's based on Mitsunari Ishida, who we haven't really seen yet in this story. But as Nobunaga Oda's ambitions to rule the land took shape, Nagamasa Azai found himself compelled by loyalty to take up arms against his brother-in-law. But at last his luck deserted him. So this is the non-voice acted version of those same events. Dots. Lord Nagamasa, there is no need for words. I will support you without words. That's what the narrator said. Ichi, you cannot be here. You and the children should have fled. Lord Nagamasa, I must ask you a question. Did you know that Cher had some ribs removed? A question? Speak then. If it is within my power to answer, I shall. Why did you go to war with my brother? The Asakura clan are dear friends of mine. I want to hit the triangle button, or the square button, to, like, when words are in green. I'm now expecting them to have Atelier Riza style definition. The Asakura clan are dear friends of mine. When he moved against them, my honor would not permit me to stand idly by. Dots. Or at least that was my pretense. In my heart, in my warrior's soul, I dreamed of a day when the Azai might conquer all under heaven. Had I remained in your brother's service, I would have ended my days as no more than another of his lieutenants. Better take up the sword. That is comforting to hear. Comforting? Indeed, I was terribly afraid that the love I have for you, and the love you feel for me, might be lesser than your duty to the Asakura. Ha! Then you needn't worry. The ambition blossomed within my breast the day I made you my wife. I am gladdened to hear that. It saddens me, though, that my affections have brought about your doom. If my life is the price I pay for your love, I give it gladly. Now you have tarried long enough. Go, save our children, so that they may become the villains of Shogun. Yes, Lord Nagamasa. I had always thought a samurai's death to be a lonely one, devoid of any need for comfort or salvation. But to have met you, Oichi, was an honor I would trade for nothing. Did you say something? I was just walking down the hall. No. Keep going. And so Nagamasa Azai put an end to the Azai clan with his own hand. His blood, however, would live on in Oichi and her daughters, safe under Nobunaga's protection, to be passed on to the world to come. Well, his blood lived in his daughters. I mean, did he give Oichi a blood transfusion at some point? Odd. Azai clan is annihilated, and affiliated officers are added to the Oda clan. Nagamasa Azai dies. Alright. We should have no problem using force. $89 officers? All these freaking chiefs. Okay. Our soldier count is just about maxed. Let's go ahead and march. Unless they're already ready to have... Nope, these guys are still chiefs.
It is my turn. Attack the castle. March.
Okay, by the time they get there, that should be a supply base. Trading grounds destroyed. Oh, that's a shame. To Tsujigasaki Palace has added a foundry. This territory is... Oh, I don't know why. It was grayed out for a second. I thought something had happened. There's no officer wishing to, there's a new officer being wishing to be relocated to the year.
If I could present my idea.
Let's see. He is at Hamamatsu Castle. He's courageous, but he wants to be transferred to the rear.
The matter is safe in my hands.
Alright. Hamamatsu Castle, eh? Let's get one of these newfangled infantry leader attendants we just got. Sancho lady's got more balls than he does. Let's get her up here.
You've my sincerest thanks.
This castle belongs to us now.
This castle now belongs to Collector! Okay, hey, we lost a lot of troops in doing that. But we took the castle.
I cannot serve you.
Have you a moment to spare?
You may have projected us once, but we absolutely need a character like Nobumasa Okudaira on our side. Would you speak with them? Sure. Hey, did I not already refuse to serve you? Leave me alone. Hey. Okay. He wants to be landholder of Netsu for 5 years. Mr. Schultz will be relieved. Well, we can bring Mr. Schultz up here. Just a little more gold and we'd have a loyalty boost too. I guess a little more gold than that. That's a fine deal. We'll take it. Is he worth this effort? He's pretty good. Although he'd be stuck there for 20 years. Oh well, money is not a big deal in this game anymore.
My thanks.
We have enough power for victory. Yeah, go for it.
We'll storm the castle.
Although, I think Kakakatsu needs to get
I
out
await
of
your
here.
command.
I'm going to put Mr. Schultz in charge of Kozaki. Even though his intelligence is terrible. He's the wise, and he has an intelligence score of 2.
You have my thanks.
Oh no, wait a second. Alright, never mind. I'll put you in charge then. That's what I thought I was doing all along.
I'm in your debt. I'm in your debt. I didn't dream.
They didn't really get a chance to
You have my thanks.
lose to Tokugawa ninjas here because we're absorbing them too quickly. So we still kind of, we got 8 months left. $201 days. I don't know if they're going to make it. We might not have enough time for them to actually be involved in a battle. Because Okazaki's their main base. Let's go this way instead.
What if we took the castle for ourselves?
So we won't stop to get
Take the castle
food
down.
libraries. We'll just march all the way down there and see what happens. Sneak attack. Yasumasa Sakaribura, Lord of Nagashino Castle, is a master of fortifications. We struggle to put up a fight if you were poisoned. I don't think we need to use those kinds of tactics right now. We're just too good. So we're not going to be able to turn you into a supply base just yet. I guess there's only one farm left to be seized here.
I shall see it done.
Commerce I'm less worried about. It makes a difference to the overall force, but what is the horse level of this place? It's level 8, it said? Yeah, it's already level 8. Oh, we'll build one anyway. Feels like we should. Although, actually, let's get supply stations going first. And then rice dealers, and then irrigation canals, and all that good stuff.
Leave this to me.
$140 days. Although level 3 supply station is pretty good.
At once.
Alright, we'll hold on to that last little bit of labor. And I'll call it a video. And when we come back next time, guys, yeah, I mean, I guess I thought I was going to go into a mode of domestics and catching up, but I guess I'm just going to take out everybody except the Oda before we do that. And by then, who knows whether... I don't know, I guess we got to swallow up the Hojo at some point, too. I don't know, we'll figure it out, guys. But I think we've kind of won the game at this point. The last historical event we need to see is Kenshin changing his name to Kenshin. And then it's just win the game as fast as we can. So, see you next time.